All right, so this is the point of the leader training where we want to bust some myths and address some frequently asked questions. So I have with me Pastor Kay, our iChurch pastor, and she's going to help us go through a couple of questions that we typically get from new leaders or folks that are interested in more about life groups. So Pastor Kay, what is a typical life group meeting time frame? How long do life groups typically last?
Well, our life groups last typically 90 minutes, and that is unless you're going out to dinner or that you have a special event like the movies or you're going bowling.
Is there anything special about the 90-minute time frame?
There's not. We did some study, and with people having jobs, maybe they have children in school, we found that 90 minutes is just a great time to have plenty of time to connect, but you're not asking too much of other people's time either. Lacey, tell us about the commitment to be a life group leader.
Being a life group leader does not require a lot of additional time, okay. We found. Our groups go for 3 semesters. We have our semesters broken out into spring, fall, and summer. So we just ask that if you are passionate about leading a life group and starting one in your area, we just want you to finish what you start. Yes. So we would love to have you on board for the entire semester, all 3 semesters, but we understand if you're not able to make that commitment at this time. So we just ask that when you start your life group that you see it through to the end of the semester.
Absolutely.
I have a question for you, Pastor Kay.
Okay.
Are life groups just for folks that go to Redemption, or are people able to invite people that may not attend our church or maybe not even attend church at all?
Absolutely, Lacey. This is a great question, especially for our iChurch on location groups. We actually have groups in Texas, Maryland, Michigan. So if you have a group, you may not know anybody in your area that watches Redemption online, or you may have somebody here in Greenville that they don't come to Redemption, but they're a Christian and they want to go deeper, or you want to use it as an evangelistic tool to invite somebody to learn about Christ. So no, they do not have to be part of Redemption to join your life group. We want you to invite everybody.
That's right. We want everyone to be included in the life group experience and bring community to those around you.
Absolutely. Well, Lacey, what do people do if they're a life group leader if they come upon a situation where somebody in their group has difficult circumstances, or maybe they need some care?
That's a great question, Pastor Kay. Because we're bringing community to those around us and we are dealing with people have lives, and sometimes our lives are just kind of messy.
Yeah.
We all fall on hard times, and we do need a great support system around us
Absolutely.
To help us through those difficult challenges. With that being said, we don't want you to feel the pressure to meet someone's physical or financial need.
Yes.
That's not the purpose of the life group. In fact, we have a life group leadership team, myself, Pastor Kay, and other campus coordinators that are here for you.
Yes.
We don't want you to feel that burden to fulfill someone's need or question, or even if you can't answer their question, we don't want you to feel pressured at all to do that. So all you have to do is just all you have to do is reach out to myself or your campus coordinator, and they'll be happy to plug you in with some resources that might be able to help that person. But you can always pray for someone in your life group.
Absolutely.
Prayer goes a long way, and we want you to feel empowered to be able to pray over their specific situation and encourage them right there in the life group.
Absolutely, and we're there for you every step of the way, and that does take a lot of pressure off of life group leaders to know that there's somebody there to help them if they get in a difficult situation.
That's right, Pastor Kay. So I have another question that you might be wondering about as being a leader here for a life group. What do you have to do to prepare? Are we asking these people to create their own lessons? What do they do?
I love our life groups, Lacey, because the leadership provides everything you need. You have a video for your group each week, and you also have the questions to get the conversation started. So everything you need you have, except just having the place to meet and bringing in those people.
That's awesome. Thanks, Pastor Kay.
Yes. Lacey, what if there's not a life group in my area?
Great question, Pastor Kay. Our life groups, our physical on-location life groups, surround our Redemption physical campuses. We also have iChurch on location life groups. Those are groups that meet in cities where Redemption does not have a campus and they collectively gather together. We also have webcam groups for our iChurch folks that are not physically able to get to a Redemption campus. But with all those groups being listed, there are still going to be areas that are untouched by life groups. So if you are looking for a group and you don't see one in your area, that might mean that you might need to start one.
Yes, that's great.
And so how do they do that if they're a part of our iChurch family, Pastor Kay?
They would sign up, go through the process to start a life group. And again, like you said, we try to provide things as much as possible to our iChurch community that if they can't physically come to a campus. So if you live 50 miles or beyond past a Redemption campus, join us for an online life group or see if there's a life group in your city. And if not, hey, you need to start one. That'd be so awesome.
It would be so cool to have different pockets of people all over the country and all over
really
the world collectively getting together every week like we do here.
Absolutely. It's amazing. Well, Lacey, are there other opportunities to serve and spread the word about my life group?
Yes, we, as Pastor Kay mentioned, we have resources available to you, and we make that available to you once you start your group. We have things such as sign up Sundays. We do a big push once the groups get started every semester, and we want leaders to spread the word about their groups in front of our church family, whether that's online or in person. Also, if you're serving as a life group leader and you want to do more at the church, we have options available to serve on our various serve teams all across the serve areas, and to make life group leaders more prevalent. Basically, what we want to do is make sure people know who the life group leaders are. We don't want you guys to be in a corner somewhere with people not knowing who you are. We want them to see your smiling face if you're a greeter. We want people to see you talking it up your life group in the chat for iChurch, and just see your face, so when they find out that you're leading a life group, that they're a lot more comfortable with getting connected because they know you personally. What's better than getting a personal invitation from a person that you see all the time or you interact with a lot on social media or our different various outlets? We want you to serve, basically, and make sure that you're getting your face out there so that we can promote life groups, and you can help us promote life groups to our church family.
Absolutely.
Well, that wraps up our question and answer session. We'll continue on in just a second with a little bit more training.